Hello to my wonderful Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to another session of Not Perfect Zen. I hope you're doing well. I am feeling good today and happy to be doing a Zendala for you. Instead of a square tile, I thought I would do today's pattern on a Zendala. And here's a couple of the newer bijou-isms from Zentangle. And I like what these say. It's the journey and love your work. Both very important. Okay. On Facebook recently, I found this pattern shared by Maanyata. Dhameja, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but she shared Chinar on her Facebook page, and I know some of you do not have Facebook accounts, so I'm just going to show you the picture here. And I have practiced it several ways, and I will admit I started a video on this last week, and it did not turn out well, and I did not show it to you. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I will show you a couple that are practiced. In fact, this is the tile that I did, but I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to shade it and things like that. And if I can't get happy with it, then I quit. And I did. But I kept practicing with different ways to do it, and I do want to show you that this was one in my brown tan sketchbook, and it starts out like you can see with these triangles, lots of triangles, and you can fill them with fragments. And I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but I had fun with this one. And I hope that you will too. This is a pre-colored tile that I had done. I don't like how this one turned out, but I had fun with it, okay? I had fun playing with it, and that's what I want to encourage you to do with your Zentangle. Even if you don't like the outcome, enjoy the process, okay? That's what this is about. It's the journey. Okay, I'll stop preaching. And I will be using a Zendala. That's a 5-inch round tile. Of course, you can use anything. I have a Micron 05, a Zentangle pencil, graphite pencil. It's just a number 2 pencil without an eraser. This is a blending tool known as a tortillion, and the closed caption will call it a tortilla, which is funny. But let's get started. In her step outs, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little triangles in the center. I'm going to divide that up even more. But let's start with just getting kind of just a beginning, an asterisk. So, and I'm going to do this in pencil first, just because my perfectionist wants me to make these about the same length as far as the triangle. Okay, and that's probably big enough. I mean, you can come out this way as far as you like. And if you think you've got them about the same, now I'm going to switch to the Micron 05. And I'm going to go over these. I did not start with a gratitude, but I will say that I am very grateful for Zentangle. I am grateful to be feeling well and teaching you today. I'm grateful for my medical team. I'm grateful that they are working to help me out. Okay, so now I'm just connecting these, but not all of them. Don't get ahead of me. Okay, so there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles now. If you look on this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I just like it with a few more. And then our stem is going to come out from here. Okay, so that's our beginning. And now I'm just going to add another triangle on each side. And what I'm doing is just kind of coming up from that center, find a point, and come back down. Sorry if I bumped the camera. Okay. Trying to make them about the same size, but if they're not, it's okay. And one of the comments I got this week on YouTube, and I'm sorry, I don't have the comment right here, but she said she loves it when I say it's okay. And she added, it's part of the charm. I love that. Okay, so there's our first steps. And now we're going to add another layer behind that. And that's just going to be coming up higher this time. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of coming up from the center and then coming back down on each side. Again, this one is one that I really like because it's repetitive. It's easy to remember what to do in the next little triangle. And you can have fun with it. You can do all kinds of things. Okay, so next, just have fun with it. Okay, and again, here are some triangular fragments from, some of these are from the primer. Okay, these are from the Zentangle primer, or primer, however you want to say it. And these others are just mostly, if there's not a number under it, okay, then these are just some fragments that I either found, or it could be one that I made up. I don't remember. But on this one, okay, I used, and I had that written down, a different fragment. I used B15. Okay, so this is B15, and I don't have it. Actually, that's not it. Anyway, I used a fragment. And you can use whatever you want. I am going to use C12. I tried finding others, but I just really like how that looks. And it's easy, so let's do it. Let's just start here. And we're just gonna do these C curves in each one of these. Okay, and then we put an orb in the center and fill it in. All right. This is going to get repetitive, and I don't speed up my videos, so you can follow along with me, or you can use YouTube controls to fast forward. And likewise, if I'm going too fast, you can slow it down. And I also don't add music. I turn on my own music in the background when I'm tangling. I like meditative music. So meditative guitar or flute, or it's all kinds of wonderful, quiet, relaxing music out there that you can use. Okay, I'll try not to go too terribly slow in this. So we are in November. Gratitangles are going right now. And I have done most of those patterns because this year she focused on just Zentangle headquarters patterns. So on my community page in YouTube, I have a link to the videos that I've already done. And then I'll do a few more this month for the ones that are new. But not promising my schedule on that. I have surgery on the 13th, and I have no idea what to expect, so just hoping to recover quickly. For now, I'm not on chemo, and that's been nice, but I'm still just very tired. I'm talking to one of my friends. Her husband has been free of cancer for a couple years, but he's still very tired. So it's good to know. Not happy to know, but good to know. Again, I am grateful to be where I am because I have a really good medical team here. So that is my biggest gratitude. I have insurance, and I can go to, I go to MD Anderson here in Houston. Very grateful for my family. I have just a ton of support from family. I'm extremely grateful for all of you, my Zentangle followers, and the messages that you send, the emails, the cards. Y'all are awesome, really. You keep me going. Keep my heart happy. All right, we're getting there. And I'll probably go back and fill in this a little bit better. I usually clean it up a little bit before I do my photos. All right, getting close. couple more. And be mindful when you fill in a lot of ink like this, not to put your hand on it, because there's so many times when I've done that, and then I end up with little patches of ink where I didn't intend for them to be. The weather here in Houston has been awesome lately, but it's gonna get cold. Well, not as cold as where some of you are at, but I don't like to be cold. If it's under 70 degrees, I'm cold. That's why I live in the South. Okay, there you go. Sorry if I bumped it. So we have that. And what I did here was just to bring these lines down. And you could do that, or you could, you know, make them more curved. But I think I'm just going to do like I just showed you. Excuse me. And this is part of the pattern, is she divides each of these in half. And what I did before, like I said, on this one, this is a fragment, and it just does like that. Okay, but I put one in each side, but I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do it. So, oh, actually, I do have it on here. It says B15. Okay, so now I'm just going to put 2 more lines on each side. Okay, and then we're just going to add almost like a little triangle. This is full of triangles, isn't it? Down at the bottom. So it's just adding a little bit of weight. All right, very easy. So just a straight line. And then add 2 or more. Or put whatever you would like. This is your art. And we're not looking for perfection. Just want you to enjoy your art. To me, this is just so relaxing. I love it. Oh, see, I didn't pay attention and made that one kind of wide. It's okay. It's part of the charm. I love that. All right, and again, I don't have these perfect and they don't all match, and it's okay. Just enjoy drawing. One line at a time. And the shading is really going to make this nice. That's my favorite part. It's how it kind of transforms it. All right, almost done. All right, what do you think? Okay, so I decided to use this pattern, Ababol by Maria C.P. Vazquez, and she's a CZT. And I thought, you know, since we have so many triangles on here, let's add some more. And I think I will go ahead and bring this down and off the tile. And then I'm just gonna start adding some of these. These are super simple. It's just a triangle with kind of rounded edges. And then on each side, we put another little kind of triangular petal on there. And then just these little flicks of the pen coming up on each side. Okay, super simple. Any size you want. This top part. When I did that, I thought, well, that looks like a coffee cup. Okay, now I'll see that every time. It's okay. Okay, gonna have some coming off of this. And it's triangles, but they have soft edges, so not exactly as sharp as those. Sorry if I bumped the camera. I think I'm going to have some come over this way. And, you know, I worry about my composition on my tiles sometimes, but it's okay to not worry about it. Just have fun. Okay, let's put one more. Okay, that one's kind of odd. Oops, sorry. All right, what do you think? So the other thing I did, and these are also in a triangle shape, and this is called Therefore. And if you've followed me, you've seen me use this before, and that's just a very simple Zentangle pattern. I like just how it can add a little something to the background without worrying about filling it in all the way, if you know what I mean. Just something to put there. I am always anxious to get this out there so I can see what some of you do with it, because it's just fantastic. I love it. That's the other thing I love about sharing, is to see what you do with your tiles. Okay, so now to the shading. And this one I did just very simply. And what I want to do on these is I'm going to put some graphite at the top and bottom of each of these seed shapes, I guess you could call it, rice shapes, petals, these things. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of shadow here too. What goes behind? Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just going to go all around. And I'm doing the center first, and then we'll come out and do this. If you have pastel chalks to do this in colors, that would be really pretty. And that's what I did here. Tan paper, brown pen, and then I had some brown pastel chalk. Pastel pencils. I also have bigger actual pastel chalks that are the size of a chalk you would use on a, like on a chalkboard. And I've used them for background colors on a tile, but not for anything else. Okay, I hope you enjoy shading. I had mentioned before that I didn't do it when I first started out. I was kind of afraid, I guess, that I was going to mess it up or something. You don't mess them up. It's okay. Try it, because it just makes such a difference on your tiles. Okay. There we go. So I've got, oh, not there. Okay, did I miss any others? Nope. All right, so let's start here. And I'm just gonna soften it, push it into the paper, but I'm not gonna take it all the way to the center, okay? Just leave it out here a little bit. And then on the other side, same thing, but we're gonna keep it white in the very center for like a sparkle, a highlight. And it makes it look like it's kind of bending a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And this is why my blending tools don't last very long, because I push them down so hard. They're supposed to be easy, but I have this in there, in case you don't know, to keep that tip kind of pushed out. And I'm sorry I bumped my camera again. Okay, so just keep pushing these toward the center, but we're not going to make it meet. And we're just keeping this simple, because that way I don't stress about what to do next. I do worry. I do want these to be pretty, but I want them to be simple and easy, because that's what makes me want to share it. Okay, I was thinking about that the last few days when I try to find a pattern to teach. If I'm too stressed when I'm trying to figure out how to do it, then I know I won't be able to do a video. So, just saying. I do try to keep it simple. Okay, on these, I'm basically going to do kind of the same thing. And put a little bit right here where this meets, and then some down here on the tips. Down along here. Was just thinking about some of the comments that I get on my YouTube channel. And for some of you, the username only comes across as whatever YouTube assigned as your name if you don't do it. I do appreciate it when you leave a comment and then you say, you sign it with your name. I try to kind of remember that. Of course, with chemo brain fog, my memory is not good at all. So anyway, I like to be able to say thank you personally. So I'm just appreciative of those who do also leave your name when it's not automatically part of the comment. Okay, just wanted to tell you that. I love your comments. I love your emails. Okay, what do you think? I think there's a lot of shading going on. Okay. And again, we're just pulling it up, pushing it into the paper, pulling it toward the center of that little triangle that we made. Well, that one's not actually a triangle. Anyway, this petal. You know, I haven't ever done this before, but I just thought, what if, because you always have a little bit of graphite left. What if we put shading on therefore? I've never done this before. Oh, it's kind of cool. Okay, back to what we were doing. Here's this. Again, have fun. Enjoy it. Be happy. All right. Now for our last part. I think I'm just going to put a little bit down here and then on each edge. So where these kind of slip behind and then where all the petals meet. Okay, now we're going to soften them. All right. I'm going to put just with what's on my tool, put shading on just one side of this. All right, there we go. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, lost my other tile. There we go. Wow, sorry. All right, let's add our chop. I sometimes forget to remind you to hold your tile out at arm's length, okay? If you're not sure about it, hold it out at a distance and look at it, or just wait. Come back later and look at it. That happens to me quite often. Okay, so I am going to hang my chop right here. Make it look like it looped. All right, and on the back, sign it, date it, and of course I always forget what today is. Number 8. 8/25. Okay, so next week, excuse me, I will not have any videos because I have hospital appointments and surgery, and I honestly don't know when I'll have my next video, but I will be back. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your love. I appreciate you guys just so much. I love you, and glad to be able to share with you, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Hope that you have fun with this. I hope that you love your work and don't overthink it, which is my problem. Try not to overthink it. All right, guys, love you. Hope that you'll come back soon. Hit the like button. Share with your friends. Leave comments. Send me messages. And I hope to be back soon. Love you. Bye.